Hey there, welcome to my channel, and this week's video is a Halloween recipe, and it's how to make a no-bake cookies and cream cheesecake that looks like Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's get started. Okie dokie, so the first thing you need to do is crush up your Oreos and pour over the top the melted butter and mix it together just to form the cheesecake base, and all of the ingredients are going to be in the description box as usual. And you just want to press that into a lined and greased cake tin and press it down really firmly so it's nice and compact, and just chuck that in the fridge until you're ready to put the filling on top. And to start making the filling, you want to get your cream cheese and put it into a large bowl and mix it around just a little bit to soften it. And then you want to take your cream and pour a little bit into a little bowl, set that aside and reserve it. And then pour the rest of the cream on top of the cream cheese mixture and mix that with an electric beater until the mixture is nice and smooth and well combined. And then just add the sugar and the vanilla and just mix until that's combined as well. And then just try a bit just to make sure it's sweet enough and how you want it, and if not, just add some sugar. And the next step is to bloom some gelatin or agar if you're using that, but I didn't show you how to do that because it really depends on what type you're using, because there's like leaves, powder, sheets, and so just kind of look at the packet. And I'll just put how much I used and more info about that in the description box with all the other ingredient quantities. So next you want to pour your gelatin mixture into the cream that you reserved earlier, but it is super important that this is at room temperature, because if it's cold at all, then when you mix the kind of warm gelatin, it will just seize up and go a really gross, like jelly, rubbery, terrible consistency. And I did that a couple of times before I got it right, so just make sure it's completely room temperature and it'll work fine. And just keep stirring that constantly as you're adding the gelatin until it's all combined and mixed together nicely. And then add it to your large bowl filled with your cream cheese and cream mixture, and just mix it together until it's combined well. And then you want to take about a cup of that mixture and then just set it aside in a separate bowl. And lastly, you want to add the Oreos. And I like to take about half of them and break them into quarters, and then with the rest of them I like to crush them up really finely so that there's just kind of varying degrees of cookie crunchiness. And then you just want to fold the mixture together and pour it on top of your base. Then spread it around evenly with an offset spatula and chuck it in the freezer for about 10 minutes. And once that's firmed up just a little bit, add the reserved mixture from before on top and just spread that around evenly with an offset spatula, and then chuck it in the fridge for a few hours to set. And now it's time to decorate. So get your black fondant and roll it out to about 1/2 centimeter thickness. And then you can either just cut out your design freehand, or what I did was just Google Jack Skellington. Jack Skellington template and just printed off one and then cut it out and traced over it on the fondant with an X-Acto knife. But if you're an artistic person, then you can just do that freehand. It's up to you really. And you can get whatever facial expression you want. I got kind of like a sinister, smiley, weird eye looking thing, but it's up to you. And if you want, you can just leave it at that and just have simple decorations, but I like having glitter on everything, so I of course put glitter on mine. And to do this, you need 2 different paintbrushes and you dip one in water and just kind of put a light, even coat of water on top of the fondant decorations. And then take a different brush and then dip it in your glitter, and I used holographic black glitter, which is awesome. And then instead of like wiping it on though, you want to hold it just above and then like tap the paintbrush so it falls down so that your brush doesn't get all mucky, and that way you can just add lots of it without it being a mess really. And do this one like bit at a time, so like one eye at a time, just so that the water doesn't dry. And just do that until they're all nice and glittery, and then tap off the excess and put them on top of your cheesecake, and that's basically it. And that's basically it. Just put your decorations on top and dig in and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. I've got lots of videos, and if there's anything you'd want to see me make or you have any ideas for me, please leave a comment and I will give it a go. And yeah, have a happy, spooky and safe Halloween. Bye!